from someone who complains a lot, trust me, I've seen a lot of weird complaining on Twitter today. Guys, this is video number 2 on the next gen car, because we got something I wanted, which was the in-car footage, but I don't think, I don't know who runs NASCARs, you know, what they put out on media and stuff, you know, the clips and everything. You should have just maybe not put out the video with the big spoiler, because you know how your fans react. They go a little bit cuckoo bananas, and yeah. So as you saw, we have the in-car footage. That in-car footage was with the big spoiler on the back, and pretty much it seemed like the same 550 horsepower. I can't tell, obviously, just by engine sound how much horsepower they're running in it, but it seemed very similar to the package they're running now. And I am just going to talk about that real quick, ease some of your guys' concerns, because I've been reading a lot of stuff about the fans hate the spoiler. We know you hate the spoiler. We know the drivers hate the spoiler. Even Tyler Reddick tweeted it. He doesn't like the spoiler. And we have quotes from the VP of Racing Innovation for NASCAR, John Probst, where he literally says, feedback today wasn't as good as it was on the road course, and they expected it to. So if you just add 2 and 2 together, if you're gonna run that package, which you know the drivers hate, and then you come out in public and surprisingly, transparently say, feedback was not as good as it was on the road course, it's like they expect it. So I'm just here to ease your concerns a little bit. Calm yourselves. First off, here's the quote. This is the long quote for the Charlotte test. Tuesday wasn't on track nonetheless. We got through really good data for Goodyear, yada, yada, yada. Again, this is all testing. They're gathering data. They're taking it back to the R&D, doing a lot of tests. At the bottom, feedback today, frankly, wasn't as good as it was on the road course. We collected a significant amount of data from the last 3 days. We'll figure out what modifications we need, and we'll enlist the help of the manufacturers and the teams to help us make the right decisions here as we finalize the design of the car for the next few months. From people who were literally at the track watching, they even said there are runs where they would run the small spoiler, and there are runs where they would run the bigger spoiler. Like, there are times where you would see a lot of off-throttle with the smaller spoiler, and times where you have the normal, well, I can't believe I'm saying this now, the normal 550 horsepower package, what we have today with a ton of downforce, where you run that and there's more on throttle time. It's just testing. You're gathering data. You're trying to see how the car handles in different ways, different packages. So don't freak out that the clip you saw has a lot of on throttle time, because that was the clip with the big spoiler and probably a certain specific package they have underneath the car and everything, where if they run the small spoiler, they could have a different package in the car. They could even tune the engine power to be different there. They could have added more horsepower, which increased the off-throttle time. Like, we don't know those kind of things. So when I go on Twitter and I read the replies to a lot of these tweets, and I just see fans just constantly complaining about the spoiler, guys, the spoiler can just... We could just literally take it off and put a different one. Like, you know that, right? Like, when you bring the car to the track, the spoiler isn't even on the car yet. The spoiler is given to the teams by NASCAR. You literally can just pop the thing off and put another one on. So don't worry if the spoiler is not exactly what you wanted it to be. It's okay. Like, you can literally change the spoiler in the span of 5 minutes. It's not really a big deal. Do not worry about it. Now, if they like what they're seeing, though, with the big... I can't really defend you there, guys, if you like what you're seeing. All right, listen, that was your quote. I know it's become memeable, and it's really not a lot of fun. Now, here's the onboard clip again. We could watch it together. Obviously, you guys can listen to it. I'll increase the volume just a little bit. Let's see, right around there, I guess. You can see this. We're actually riding with Kurt Busch, and you can listen to the off-throttle time. Here it is. Around 3 seconds, it sounded like. Maybe partial throttle back on. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of horsepower in the thing. It sounds like 550. I mean, I can't tell, like I said earlier, I can't tell what 550 even sounds like. Sounded like he left it there in the trial. But they're just testing around each other. They're just driving around. The car looks very stable. That's because of the downforce. I mean, you can see Kurt's not really even fighting the wheel. He's just... the car's super stable. That's not what drivers want. So it's not surprising that is what, we're seeing. A little bit of off-throttle time entering. It's very similar to what we already have. Maybe a little bit more off-throttle time than what we currently have with the 550, but Again, I don't know the specific horsepower that's in that thing. We saw the downforce, but we don't know the specific horsepower in it. It's not a huge thing to really talk about. It's nice to hear the engine from the inside. I mean, we'll say it's nice to hear that, but other than that, you know, that's pretty much it. And then you had Christian Espinoza with the clip of them coming out of turn 4. That he has more right here. This is the main one. Oh, that is just weird. Why is digital dash stories? What the heck? Oh, it's NASCAR making a joke about. Oh, that's kind of cool actually. I like that. Appreciate that, NASCAR. All right, where's the Christian Espinoza clip? No, where'd it go? Here we go. We got it. All right. So you can see here, guys. Those are the two side by side, just chilling, having fun. The big spoiler. One thing I can note, I can talk about this is you see the side draft there. Pretty prevalent there. Again, I don't know if anyone's lifting or anything, so that was a little bit more than I would like in terms of side draft. But again, that's just we don't really know the package there that we're going off of. Drafts going down the back again. I don't really want to break down this clip, to be honest. Okay, you see the two of the next gen cars out there side by side, you know, trying to race. There is a little bit of off throttle time. I like the way the car sounds. I mean, that is something. Let's turn that up. Like, that sounds pretty good. Like, if I was at the track, like that's a pretty good sound. I like it. Beautiful picture of the two. And then can we read? I want to read the comments. Hold on, let's read the comments. When you see the dumb 8-inch spoiler, get rid of the ridiculously large spoiler. I mean, that's just basically all these comments are. Is just the spoiler. Let's see how many more. Spoilers are gigantic. That drove like crap with a dumb spoiler. Garbage spoilers. We'll call it cars a bit damn probably. The spoiler is taller than me. And then we have some positive comments. Spoilers are like guillotines, snap together cookie cutter cars. That's okay. Some gigantic spoilers. It literally, oh, it's Jackson Storm. Ah, yeah, it does. Yeah, look, there's Jackson Storm, and there is the car. That does. I wonder. Listen. I'm not saying it's not possible, but there could be someone who's like, yeah, we have to make sure you could notice the difference between the two next gen cars, and someone like just said, yeah, why don't you put some Jackson Storm Cars 3 on there? You know, look, it's possible, okay? You know, it could be, life could be as simple as that, really, where you just use movie references to do very important work like this. All right, that's all I'm saying. One other thing I wanted to touch on that the fans are complaining about, that I truly just don't understand, is the single lug nut. I understand that throughout our entire lives, even the old fans, we've always had the 5 lug nut thing. But to be fair, I don't understand the outrage, because I've seen so much outrage from the lug nut aspect of things, and I just don't understand why. Like, because that has nothing to do with the racing. It does have something to do with the pit stops. Obviously, pit stop times will plummet, but I think that's kind of cool. Like, I think it's cool when I watch F1 and they could get in and out in 2.4 seconds, or like 2.2 seconds. Like, I find that to be cool. Obviously, this will not be as fast as that. I don't really know what the pit stop procedure is going to be. Like, are we going to have the IndyCar and F1 style where you have 4 tire changers? Are you still going to have only 2 and they still have to wrap around the car? Like, we don't know that part. But the single lug nut thing is cool to me. It's different, it's new, but it doesn't really affect anything racing wise. It's just more modern. I don't like that. That's the when I saw the complaining about the center lug nut thing. That's when I realized, man, fans will really complain about anything. Like, you could do literally anything, something that everyone unanimously agrees on, and you will still find someone complain about it. And that was the lug nut thing for me. Was like, it just truly doesn't matter. I don't know why people are complaining. It's cool. It's modern. Let's just go with it. And NASCAR has a reason for doing it too. So let's just do it. For the future, we have the next test scheduled at Daytona for December 15th to the 16th. And then they're planning on 7 to 8 Goodyear tests in 2021. And then the automakers are wrapping up builds of the specific cars. Wheel force testing set for March with 3 cars on the track at once. Hopefully by next summer, somewhere around there, I would like to see at least a group of a few cars, like 6, 7, 8, 9 at a 1.5 mile track, or like a Michigan or something and get a real good test there. That's I would like to see that by the summer. The test for Daytona will be single car runs, trying to get the speed right for the plate package, which won't seem like. I wonder what the car will look like for that, to be honest. I wonder what changes they will make with this car for the plate package. It's gonna be I think don't expect the plate package to be great right off the bat. There's a lot of trial and error that comes with plate racing when it comes to a new car. And I think plate racing will be very different compared to what we have now. So we'll just see. In my opinion, right now, the plate racing today is a little bit too hectic. I know it's very entertaining, but like literally every single plate race, we're having green, white checkers, multiple cautions because the runs are so big. I would like for the runs to actually be died down a little bit, and just try to prevent those guys from getting in the train. That's really it. But we could you still want runs, but I feel like just for right now, basically you get in the lead and you're just a sitting duck and you have to block and you wreck. It's a little bit too dangerous. We saw it with Ryan Newman at the 500. So yes, it's super entertaining. I just think the line is crossed a little bit. So I wonder when NASCAR goes to the plate package, how fast are they going to want those cars to be? But more importantly, I don't really think it's about the speed. I think it's about how big the runs are. If they can maybe limit the run just a tiny bit, then it'd be a little bit safer, but still get good racing. So obviously you don't want the whole Bubble Fest era with the old Gen 6 car where if you got to the lead and you just block 2 lanes, you win the race. But you also don't want train racing, so it's a very fine balance. You gotta figure it out. I think it's gonna be pretty difficult for them, to be honest. And then this is one of the final videos here, the up close with the next gen car. I forgot about these little Need for Speed Underground little hood flaps. I don't know. For some reason, when I look at this car and I see those things, I honestly think of Need for Speed Underground, like when you would go and customize your car and you would put the little carbon hood on there, and it had those little flaps on there. That's honestly what I would think about when I saw those things. There's the controversial little single lug. I think it looks, to me that looks cool. Like, I love the look of that. I think it looks awesome. So that's just my opinion. No, listen, don't hate me for my opinion. Inside of the car, don't even care about it right now. That's all testing purposes. There's a young lad named Kurt Busch just walking around inspecting the thing. The huge spoiler. Don't freak out about it, guys. I want to actually go read the comments after this to see what they thought about that. I mean, that thing is massive, and I don't think they're going to be running that, to be honest. I'll be surprised if they put that in the 1.5 mile package. Trust me, I will be surprised. I think that the backlash is very strong from both fans and drivers, where you just simply can't put that thing on there. You have to come up with a 1.5 mile package with a small spoiler. It's possible, so just do that. Front of the car looks sick, but that's going to change based on the manufacturers. And if we go to the comments, the first one I see is get rid of the stupid spoiler. What's the next one? Cut the spoiler down by half. Petition to take these billboards off the cars. That's actually a good one. Justin, it's a good one. I'm not going to lie. Stop it with big spoilers. Spoilers too big. Everyone forgetting that's a diffuser. Oh, yeah. To be fair, poor diffuser's getting no attention. Why is the huge spoiler? Is this a Ford, Chevy, Toyota? Nope, no one cares. Shorten the spoiler. Why is the spoiler so big? What's the reasoning of going to a center lock wheel? Because it's cool. That's my reasoning. I'm kidding. All right, guys, that is going to be it for me. We'll let good old Kurt Busch carry us on the way out side by side with Truex. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Yes, this is my child in action. She's is it a she or a he? I'm gonna name, no, Gen 7 is a she. She's going through testing. We're trying to get her right here, and make sure she is absolutely beautiful and perfect for the upcoming release of. How do you talk about a car as a female? I can't. It's like you just running. It's a very fine line there. You just can't. I can't. Like, listen. This is my child. This is my little baby here. I want my car to be ready for 2022. There's a lot of testing left, so we will see what happens. Don't worry about the big spoiler, everyone. Just calm yourselves about it. I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves, and peace out.